Hi everyone, this is Dina the Nightly Stitcher here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. And I have two babies with me today. I'm downstairs on the couch and I needed lots of room, so I was hoping this would kind of help. I have a coffee table full of stuff and you can see all this over here. Have stuff in the floor. So I haven't done a video since April. We've had things going on, just haven't been able to get it done. I either wasn't in the mood or had stuff that we were doing. So anyway, I thought if I don't get this done, I'm gonna have a truckload of stuff whenever I do finally make one. So now I have a half a truckload. But anyway, let's see, I started this 3 times now, so I don't remember if I said this. This is August the 15th, I believe. It's Tuesday, and I think this is video 22. I'm not sure. But anyway, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a while back that I was not going to be doing any floss tubes, that we had some issues going on, and I'll explain all of them. I do want to thank everyone that has contacted me to see if everything was fine. They said they were missing me, so that made me feel really, really good. I didn't realize so many people really noticed, so I just kind of made me feel good to know that you're out there and that you cared and was concerned as to how come I hadn't been doing any videos. So I really appreciate all that. So maybe I'll get back on the train track and things will run a little smoother. I've noticed that there's been several people that have not been on YouTube for a little while that are coming back. I saw where I think it's Alexa and Kara. Is it Kira from My Amazing, I think it's called My Amazing World. She's back. Chris Cross Stitch is back. Tiffany and the twins are back. They are getting ready to do some more floss tubes, I believe. She contacted me the other day and we kind of talked back and forth a little bit, and she said the girls were wanting to get back to doing some floss tubes and they hadn't been stitching. I've been stitching, but I just hadn't done the floss tubes. But I think there's a lot of people that have been out for a little while and are coming back. So anyway, hopefully I'll get back on a little bit of a routine. So as you know, this is my little star usually. This is Tootie. If you don't follow me, if this is your first time here, this is Tootie. She's my little 3.5 pound pom. We have 5. Oh, my ring hung up. We have 5 poms, so this is the baby of the family. Yes, but the boss of the family. And then we have, this is Hannah. And Hannah had a really rough time a while back. June, we went on vacation, and in June, well, it was June 12th, I believe. Let me think a minute. Yes, it was June 12th. She had her teeth cleaned. It wasn't June 12th. That was when Stitchcon was going on. It was July 12th. So we had her teeth cleaned because they were terrible. And she did a great job. We picked her up that afternoon and she did fine. They pulled 2 little tiny teeth and that was it, and she did great. Did great all night, slept good. The next morning, the minute we got up, she started coughing, and it was not just a cough. It was like continuous coughing. So we had to, we called the vet, talked to them. They said it's just irritation from the tube in her throat. And it just, over a period of a week, kept going. She just kept going downhill. She was coughing so much that she could barely even catch a breath, and we knew, you know, her throat's irritated, and then the more she coughs, the more irritated it becomes. And so this was on, I believe, a Wednesday when we had her teeth done. We had her at the vet on Friday, and then we went to the emergency vet at 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday morning with her because we thought her trachea was collapsing, and you couldn't sleep because it was a constant cough. So we took her to the emergency vet. They gave us some stuff to give her, and it never really got any better. I think we were at the vet 4 or 5 times and on the phone trying to get her to quit coughing. And so the vet gave her some medicine and some cough tablets, and we were giving her Benadryl, and I don't know, some things would help her a little bit, but before you could give it to her again, she was back to coughing. So we went back to the vet, and I guess it was the final trip to the vet, he gave her an opioid shot and some other medicine. I can't remember now what it was. It was some kind of a steroid. But anyway, he gave her that. He gave her the opioid shot, and she almost immediately just zonked out. She slept all the way home. She slept all day, all night. I mean, she'd open her eyes up and look at you, but she was not going to get up and move around. And that was the main thing, was just to calm her down, keep her quiet, let that throat heal. And we had, all total, about 24 days, I think I counted. I slept here on the couch because she normally sleeps in bed with us, but this is where she lays when she's up. So she spent her time on the couch, and I had to get up in the middle of the night and give her medicine, and I spent 24 days laying on this couch with her, trying to get her to get cleared up and stop coughing. And in the last couple of weeks, it seems like after about the 24th day, she just kind of made an about face. So I don't know whether, I guess her throat was just irritated to the point that it finally healed up. The vet, we've gone to him for years. They've cleaned our dog's teeth for years. So it was nothing that he did. It was, she had a little bit of a cough beforehand, and I think her throat was just so irritated, and then the constant coughing just made it worse. So, yeah, it was a long road. We weren't sure. Me not being a vet, but I had lost another palm due to a collapsing trachea, and I could have sworn it was a collapsing trachea, and I was just freaking out. So, I thought we were going to have to put her down, but the vet kept saying it's not a collapsing trachea. It's not. It's just an irritated throat. So I believed him, but didn't believe him, and so anyway, Greg was right. So she's doing great. We should try to keep her from barking, but that's not going to happen because she's our big barker, so we try to limit the barking. So anyway, I'm sitting here on her couch, so we'll see how long she stays up here. So anyway, on to other stuff that's been going on. Why I haven't done Flosstube. I have, y'all know that I have back issues and knee issues, and it got to where I just couldn't hardly get around. In fact, Steve had to go buy me a cane because I was having so much issues with my knee that I just couldn't get around. So I was only getting up and moving around to do what I absolutely had to, and gathering up stuff for a Flosstube was not something I really felt like doing at the time. But I was going to Stitchcon in June. We were going to pull our camper out, so the week before we left for Stitchcon, I got an injection in my knee, and I feel like I have a new knee. So it's been really good, and I have trouble with both knees, but when I got the injection in one knee, the other knee quit bothering me so bad, so I think I was just favoring that one, that it was causing a lot of stress on the other one. So anyway, my knee injections are good. And then I have an injection scheduled for this Thursday for my back, so I'm hoping that is going to take care of my back issues. So that's about it for me. And then we went to Stitchcon, and after we left Stitchcon, we spent a week in Cincinnati, and then we went down to Lynchburg, Tennessee. Steve wanted to tour the Jack Daniel's distillery, so we went down there. And so I found out after we got there it was an hour and a half walk and a bunch of steps, so I knew I wasn't going to be doing that. So he did the tour, and Tootie was with me, and the other dogs were back at the camper, and I sat in the truck and I knitted under a tree. It was really nice weather, and knitted and watched people come and go. And so he did his tour of the distillery, and he said it was really an interesting tour, so I think he really liked it. So anyway, we spent a week in Tennessee, and the morning we were getting ready to leave to head home. We were going to do 2 days coming home. So the morning we were heading home, Steve was taking the trash out of the camper, and he fell down the camper steps. So he knew when he went down that he had really messed up his shoulder, and so he sat there on the ground for a while, and he said it was just dead. He couldn't even get himself up. So we ended up having the people that were camping next door come and help get him up off the ground, and he drove home. He wouldn't let me drive and pull the camper, so he drove. We still did the 2 days coming home. Went to the orthopedic doctor after we got home, and he tore his rotator cuff, and they said it was so bad that it wasn't repairable. So now he is having shoulder replacement next Friday. So we have 2 weeks to get everything done around here that needs to be done before he has shoulder replacement. So that's why there's not been a Flosstube. It's just been crazy. So anyway, I guess that's my life story up to this point. So we'll get on to some stitching. I did go to Stitchcon my first time, and it was so much fun. I was so nervous. I was so anxious about going because I knew they had like 300 people there, and I just don't do well in those situations. So anyway, I got there. It ended up that the table mates that I had, there was 3 of us that kind of showed up at about the same time. They were first timers too, so we found a table, and then we ended up meeting 2 more first timers. So the 5 of us all sat at the same table, and we really enjoyed each other. So once we got together, everything was like we just had been doing this forever. So it was well worth it, and I hope I can get registered and get in again this year, and we can all 5 meet up again. So I don't have any other retreats that I'm going to. I kind of limit myself. Just a second. So anyway, I kind of limit myself on going and traveling. We don't leave the dogs, so wherever we go, we pull the camper. And I'm not going to do any other retreats, even though I would love to. It sounds like so much fun, and I had so much fun at Stitchcon. And I'm not going to tell you about all that because there's been so many people that have done Stitchcon videos. So I'm only going to go over the things that I bought and things that we did while we were gone. So I did a lot of buying, as you all know I usually do. But let's see, what would be best? Let me show you my finishes. I do have 2 finishes since my last Flosstube. And I took this piece to Stitchcon and put it on the brag table. And this is my Quaker Gone Tropic. And I bought this many, many years ago. And you've been seeing this in my Flosstubes. And, whoops, I dropped one. So, this is my Quaker, whoops, you're going to see, this might be better. Otherwise, you're going to see through it at the window light. But anyway, you've been seeing this stitched. Let me see if I can kind of go down through here. Let me scoot up just a bit. Okay. So this is Quaker Gone Tropic. I did not use any of the colors they called for. And I got down here, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was cut wrong when I bought it. It had to have been cut wrong when I bought it because I allowed a 2-inch border, and that's what I always do. But when I got down here, this was all I had left, and that's not the bottom of it. So as you can see, let me roll this up and I'll show you. Anyway, I just winged it to get it finished, and I think it looks okay. So if you'll notice, it's kind of hard. There's a palm tree, there's a little house down there, there's the corner pieces, just several different things. And it wasn't gonna fit. There was no way. So I did the palm tree, I did these little houses, I put some fish in instead. I put the seahorse and the sun and the flower, and then I modified this corner border. So I think it looks okay. And I still can frame it. I've got just about 3/4 of an inch there, but I can get it in a frame. I do my own framing, so I will have enough to get it framed. But anyway, there is Quaker Gone Tropic. Finally done. This was started in 2019. So I have not worked on anything that was started in a fairly recent years. I decided I'm going to work on old whips and try to get some of those done. They're all pretty much big whips, so that's why I want to get some of these knocked out. So the next finish I got this as a free, not a free pattern, but we were at the retreat in Orange Beach, Alabama last September, and we took a piece that we had stitched, and we kitted up, and then we give that as a gift. So I started this, and I did get it done, and I think I did start this year, I can't remember, but I finished this up. I'm not sure how I'm going to frame it, or how I'm going to do it. I might put it in a little frame, and then put it in our camper. So this was a free cross stitch chart. It's called Beach Scenes 3 of 3, Colleen Carrington, July 4th, 2019. So I'm not sure the history behind this up here, since it's 3 of 3, but anyway, the girl that kitted this up for me, she even gave me the finishing fabric, so I have that I'm going to put together. She had hers done as a wall hanging, and I may do that because the fabric was really cute too. So that, or maybe even a pillow. All right, let me see how I'm going to be able to do this. I did work on, since we were together last, I worked on Pink Sparrow Sampler a little bit, and I didn't have to unroll it. It's right here. It's going to be hard. Let's see. The windows are back there behind me, so I thought that I really like the colors in this. I think it's very pretty. So this is Pink Sparrow Sampler by, I think it's Brenda Gervais. I gotta get my glasses. So, isn't it Brenda Gervais? Why do I not see that on there anywhere? I do not see it. Pink Sparrow Sampler, an antique reproduction with thigh needle and thread. There it is. So, isn't that Brenda Gervais though? Anyway, here, this is what it looks like. I love the colors. The next one that I did, I'm doing that. I don't have a record of this, so I think it looks like a 28 count, but I don't know the colors. As you all know, if I started stuff before I started making floss tubes, I don't have a record of it. I did start this in September of 22, so if I had written it down, I would let you know. But the next one that I've worked on is Elizabeth Penn Pitkins. I need to pull the pattern out. I feel like this is just a train wreck. I don't feel like I can concentrate on what I'm trying to show you because I'm afraid I'm going to mess up. Okay, this is Elizabeth Penn Pitkins, and I did this as my birthday start in 2022. I really like this. I changed all the colors from whatever it was called for. I changed it to Splendor Silks, and let me show you the colors. These. Okay, wait a minute. I gotta fan them out like some cards. So I've got a couple of greens, a tan. All right, let me do it this way. Tan, blue, a lighter green, a gold, and kind of a rosy color. So I just pulled the DMCs they called for, and then I went and picked the Splendor Silks out. That would kind of go with it. So this is my progress, and I really like it. I should have pulled that blind before I started. All right, there it is. So I really like this piece. It's been fun to stitch on. I've been working on things most of the time around 5 days, but if I get into something and I don't want to quit, then I just keep working on it till I get bored with it. I had a plan at the start of the year. Everybody knew that in one of my videos I said I'm going to start with my oldest whip, stitch 5 days, and move on to the next one. Well, that lasted about 2 weeks, and then I changed my mind. So this one, A Flower a Day by Carolyn Manning. This is one of my oldest whips also. So I worked on it some. This one you have to really concentrate on, because if you mess up, everything is so close together that if you mess up, you're going to have to take it out. And this is my progress here. That's the top, and I've made it down to the bottom, so that's why I haven't taken it out of the scroll rods. It's because you can see how far I've gotten. And I would say this is probably about halfway, I'm not sure. But I enjoy doing it, but boy, it's just like constantly changing colors. So it's hard to get in a rhythm with this, so I just work on it from here, from time to time. Okay, let's see. Next thing, let's get this big one out of the way. This one is Peacock Sampler. It's by Twin Peaks Primitive. And if you've watched one of my other videos, I found this at Galleria last year, and I just fell in love with it. I told myself I didn't need another big project, but I love the peacocks, I love the pink house, I love everything about this. So I went ahead and bought it, and I started it on New Year's Day, and this is my progress on it. Not a lot, but there is a lot of color changes in it also. So that's all the farther I've gotten on it. I'm not going to go through and do all the colors of the fabric and all, because for one thing, I think my storage space on my camera may be limited pretty much, and I want to get through this before it shuts off. So when I stitch on this stuff again and show it to you, I'll be a little bit better about it. Plus, I'll be back maybe in the swing of things, and I can do a better job. This is Let Freedom Ring by Leela's Studio. I think everybody's seen this piece before. Somebody had it finished and framed at Stitchcon, and wow, was it a knockout. It was so pretty. So this is what I've been working on the last few days, and I have just that much done. And okay, why has everything got to be so hard? Okay, here we go. Let me get this here, and then maybe you can see. These flowers are so pretty. The colors that they put in the flowers that she chose were so pretty. I started the one excuse me, the 1/1 down at the bottom the other day, and I did that word and thought, okay, that's enough of that. I like stitching 1/1. It's not that, but I had stitched on it quite a bit, and then I started the 1/1, and it's like, yeah, I don't really want to do any more words right now, so I put that down. My next one, oh, that's Peacock Sampler. That goes there. Tootie says, if you bother me, I'm going to get up, and you're hitting me with project bags. So this one is getting really close to being finished. This is The Color of Winter by the Blue Flower. There. And I have stitched on this one quite a bit. I got my thread hanging here. I don't worry about hanging threads. So this is what I have done. I am so close. I just have to finish the house, come across here and do a few things, bring this border on down. So I am so close to getting this finished. I really need to work on it again and get it knocked out. This is an older one too. I started this November 2nd of 2019, so I really need to get this one done. Then let me put these back in here. I took them all apart because I wanted y'all to see the full piece this time instead of just the little area that I worked in. This is my oldest whip. I worked really hard on it for a while, and then I put it away and I haven't gotten it back out. This is Alphabet Blocks by Carriage House Samplings. And it's, I did it different. You can see where the little blocks of, I don't know if that's supposed to be grass or what, but there's a word underneath each one of them. And they're all in the same color. Well, I saw it stitched up in different colors. So and I really liked it. So that's what I decided I was going to do to mine. And I am picking a color from what's best. I'm picking a color that I'm using in the project and just kind of randomly filling in the blocks with the colors. So I really, really like this piece. This is one of my favorite pieces. So as you can see, I'm down to the piece. So I don't have a whole lot more to do. Decent amount, but still, those blocks, they do go fairly fast. I can usually stitch one of those blocks in a day or two. So anyway, and these are all stitched with just DMCs. I think, no, I'm wrong on that. I do have a little bit of overdyes in those. After I said that, I do have a few overdyes, but not a lot. I put some overdyes in, like I think there was an animal I did with some overdyes. I think I might have done a barn. I'm trying to set right here because it seems like you get a lot of glare. So I'm trying to stop that glare. This is Halloween Hijinks. And y'all have seen this many, many times because this has been a year-long sale. Stitch Brat started it. She divided it into 12 sections, and we started the 1st of October of last year. And with dividing it into 12 sections, if you stay on schedule, you'll have it done by Halloween this year. I already had mine started, so I've just been working along with them and kind of doing somewhat of what they are doing, but then I kind of do my own thing too. So this is where I'm at, and I counted, I think I have 40 squares to do at the bottom, and I will be done, which I think is actually August and September that she had divided up. So anyway, it's really cute. I have to say I don't enjoy stitching on it, but I have loved the outcome of it. I'm doing it on an 18 count. I dyed this fabric myself, and I'm using 2 strands. I started it with 1 strand, and I didn't like the look of it, so I restarted it with 2 strands, and I almost feel like 2 strands of DMC was too much, but I liked it better than the 1 strand, so I just stuck with it, and I'm doing it with 2 strands of DMC on the 18 count. So that is Halloween hijinks, and I'm really hoping I can stay with this and get it done before Halloween. Then I did a little bit of this. I've only done this, I think when we were on vacation, I stitched on this a little bit, and you can't see. My daughter has my tripod, so I have the camera stacked up on books, and it's kind of hard to get real close so you can see because I have the coffee table in front of me. But this is the 2006 Santa. That's how much I have done on it. I have a big chunk of fabric. This is the 18 count Davos. So I'm going to stitch a bunch of them on here, but I'm not going to frame them all together. I'm going to do ornaments out of them probably. But let's see. And then I will show you the pattern. I have this is the 2006. I have all of the Prairie Schooler Santas of the years. And I haven't stitched any of them. That's what's bad. There's the fairies. I forgot I had the fairies in there. And then I bought this one recently because I didn't have it. Oh, and then I bought this one recently. So I have all of them now. And then, but what I want to do is just go through and pick one and stitch it and move on to another one. So this one's really cute. This is the 2021. I like it with all the animals. So I don't know. Do you want to see them? I can flip through them real quick. I'm not going to read what year they are because you might be able to tell, but I didn't want to put my glasses on them. I have to keep flipping them around. So, well, those are stuck. Okay, there with the sheep, snowman and the rabbit, the bear, and I can't tell what else because don't have my glasses. The reindeer. I love reindeer. And that's the bird on something. Skiing. Hockey. Chrissy, finally a farm girl, she stitched 3 of these and framed them in a frame all together, and they look so neat. And I do have the patriotic Santa, but it's in with my patriotic decorations. I like that with the floor stand, the little hoop and sampler. Oops. This one's kind of old because it's getting yellow. Wait a minute. There. That one. Okay. And then I have these little cards that I threw into. So that, Mary Had a Little Lamb. I don't even know what I have here. I just keep them all together. There's the bear and the running from the beehive. The fairy. Oh, now we're back to Santa's. I should organize, but why do that, huh? This is crazy. I'm on limited time today, too, because my husband is down playing pool, and I tried to gather some of this stuff up last night. Another Santa. I just showed you these, I think, and that is the one I'm doing. So anyway, that's all the Prairie Schoolers I have and the cards. All right, let's see. Where else did I go from here? Those are whips, so I'm going to show you haul, I guess. I have a lot of haul. I mean, a lot of haul. So, and that's just the beginning of it. I had met with a friend down in Jeff City. She invited me down in, I think it was April, I believe. Went down and met her. We had met through Flosstube, and she invited me down. And so we didn't get any stitching done that day, but she knit socks. She does cross stitch too, but she was knitting socks. I knitted socks a couple of years, oh no, it's been more than 2 years ago. I've knitted socks in the past. I knitted like 2 pair, but I really didn't know what I was doing, and I just used an acrylic yarn, and the heels wore out like the second time I wore them, and I just wear them around the house. But anyway, she kind of gave me pointers on sock yarn, so when I went to Joann's one day, I bought some sock yarn and I started making socks, and now I'm addicted to making socks, and I have a lot of other yarn that is nice yarn, so I thought I'm going to start doing some things like some stocking hats and all. I don't wear a lot of sweaters because I'm so hot-natured, but I do once in a while, but I'm really not interested in making sweaters. I don't wear shawls. I like to wear a scarf in the winter, but I don't get out that much. So I wear socks every day practically. So I'll show you later on in my yarn haul. So I do want to show you this. My husband, let me lay this off to the side. My husband bought these for me at Keepsakes when we were there. When we went to Stitchcon, we left here on a Sunday and got there Monday, I believe it was. Then on Tuesday, my husband took me to Keepsakes. And it was a lot quieter, you can imagine. It was a lot quieter, and I could really look around and shop. And I did. I bought lots of stuff. But I saw these scissors. And this is a little thimble, and this is a yarn bobbin, I guess. You can wrap not yarn, floss bobbin. I'm just going to lay it out, make it, and have it look pretty. But he bought this for me for my birthday, and this is the brand name on it. But they are so pretty. Let me see if I can get them out. How pretty the handles are. And they're kind of an antique bronze look. Get the other pair out. They're hard to get out of this foam. This is another pair. And then this pair. And they're all really pointy and really sharp. They have a really good point on them. And then the bobbin. Oh, okay, I'm not going to get it out because it's just too hard down in that foam. But anyway, he got me this for my birthday, and I really like it. Okay. Oh my, haul from Stitchcon. And this could be Stitchcon as far as the annex or the shop or the freebie table. And I have freebie table laying off to the side. I do have these sorted. So, and I did order a few things here recently. So, can't tell you what I got where probably, but I can kind of maybe guess at it. Let me get my glasses on. Ooh, I'm so hot, they're fogged up. Okay, this is, I got this off of the freebie table. Okay, here, Liberty for All. I bought this one, I went to Keepsakes. This one, I know I bought at the Annex. This is Lucy Beam, Love and Stitches, The Lake House. And this was so pretty stitched up, and I did buy some of the overdyes for it because I knew I didn't have the geranium. I think it's called geranium is what the, I don't know if that's a school or a house. To me, it looks more like a school. Well, it says the lake house. Okay, I guess it is a house. Not paying attention to what I read. But anyway, I really like that. So I bought some of the overdyes that I didn't think I had. I bought this one. It's from Colorado Cross Stitcher, the Signpost Sampler Maker. I need to use both hands because my hands shake so bad anymore. It's kind of weird because when I hold things, my hands shake really bad, but when I stitch, I don't have a bit of problem with it. I stitch on the tiniest linen, and I don't have trouble with my hands shaking. All right, this one is George and Martha. I got this at Keepsakes. This one I ordered. I saw this stitched up at Keepsakes. And if you go to Keepsakes, it's hanging in the stairwell. So as you come down from upstairs, it's the middle picture, the middle frame. It is so pretty. Now the lady, they told me the lady that stitched it had passed away, and I guess the family gave it to Keepsakes to display, is what I understood, and she changed some things on it. So I took a picture of it, and then when they got it in, they sent it to me. But this is called Nantucket Girls Sampler. And this one, the one that's on display is tea dyed or coffee dyed. I think it looks more like coffee dyed. So I'll be doing something with the linen for this. But it's pretty, the saying is pretty funny. It says, the Nantucket Girls Song, Eliza Brock, and it says, "Then I haste to wed a sailor and send him off to sea, for a life of independence is the pleasant life for me. But every now and then I shall like to see his face, for it always seems to me to beam with manly grace." And it says, then on the bottom half, it has Essex there, but it says, "With his brow so nobly open, and his dark and kindly eyes, oh, my heart beats fondly towards him whenever he is nigh. But when he says, 'Goodbye, my love, I'm off across the sea,' first I'll cry for his departure, then I'll laugh because I'm free." So I thought that was so funny. I like that. And then I got, of course, Kathy Barrick, and Kathy has new releases coming out, and of course I'm going to have them all. So Frankfurt Flowers, I bought this one. I got Stars in My Garden by Kathy Barrick. One of these days I'll have to do a chart show of all Kathy Barracks. This was done up, dang that glare, there. This was done up at Keepsakes, and I loved it. It was a pillow that was probably 10 inches, and then it's dyed to where it looks old. It just has random pieces of linen that are just stitched on there. Now the clock is going to go off now. So it's got just random pieces on there and buttons. I took a picture of theirs because I like theirs better than what the picture was showing in here. It had like a great big safety pin, and so I'd really like to work on that one. This is also by the Blue Flower. I love the Blue Flower charts. These are the squirrels, stitching squirrels. So this is the squirrels that are, they're holding their little embroidery hoops right there, and they're stitching. Let's see, these came off the free table, I believe. Wait a minute. Let me go down through here. Yes. I thought I had these sorted. I did, somewhat. This one is Stacy Nash Primitives, Guided by Virtue Sewing Purse. And I love anything to do with the old ships. So I had to have this one. This one I got from Deb, one of my table mates. She was going to put it on the free table, and she asked if anybody would like it, and I said, yes, I would like that. It's from Heartstrings Samplery. It says, you hold the key to my heart. And it has the finishing fabric in the back. So I'd like to do that one. This one, this one does not do this piece justice. This is called My Favorite Things by In a Gentle Fashion. And it just says, the little saying says, these are just some of my favorite things. And then across the top, there are buttons and bobs, just some little things here and there. And what they did at Keepsakes, they said somebody, whoever stitched this, took some of their mom's old jewelry and put it around the piece. And I love that idea. And I think they recharted it. I took a picture of it so I know. But I think it says these are are just some of her favorite things. I think it's how it is. I'd have to look at my picture again. But Steve saw this piece hanging on the wall, and he said, you need to get, because I have all my mom's old costume jewelry, and he said, you need to get some of her jewelry out and make this, and make them for the girls. So I might get to that someday. This one is Sampler Folk. Whoops, wait a minute. By Carriage House Samplings. And it's just a long, skinny one. I bought the Patriotic Smalls 2023 by Twin Peaks Primitives. And they had them done up in a basket, and they were really cute. This one I know I bought from the Annex. This is 13 Spooky Smalls. And you might have seen this from several other people because of them being in the Annex. A lot of people like this book. So, this one I bought from Liz Matthews. It's called For a Friend. This picture does not do this piece justice. If I had seen the chart, I would not have bought it. It's pretty, but it just didn't look like something I would stitch. When I saw the model, it's like, I gotta do this. It is just so pretty. It just makes such a difference when you can see them actually stitched up. I bought Tavern Sun. No, this was off free table too. Okay. Apple Dumplings from Carriage House Samplings. There. Egg in a Bowl, Carriage House Samplings. And let's see, it's in my stack, so I'll just show it. I got my cross stitch magazine the other day for, I guess it's for fall. It's a pretty piece on the cover. Okay, what I got off the free table was this Tavern Signs Revisited. I couldn't believe the amount of charts on the free table. I took a good sized stack of charts, and there was hundreds of charts to pick from. So I got the Tavern Signs Revisited. I did buy some stuff at a flea market. I bought a bundle of books, and that's what these are because they have somebody else's names on them. But I got this Noah's Ark. This is Noah's Ark Sampler by Margaret and Margaret. I got this one, A Walk in the Woods by the Cricket Collection. Has somebody's name on it too. I got a whole bundle of books at an antique shop for, I think it was like $3 or $4. This one was in with it. Cinnamon Hearts, Needlework at Cinnamon Samplings. This one is, I forget. Oh gosh, I didn't want to have to open it. It doesn't say on here. Might be You and I and Friends. Let me pull the thing out. Because it's just got a photograph that's stuck on the front. There. And it's Rosevine and Willow Tree Sampler, and it is by You and I and Friends. I thought that would look like theirs. I bought this 2012 Halloween Just Cross Stitch magazine for $1 at the same shop. I got this kit off of the free table at Stitchcon, and I love these birdhouses. I really would like to start this. Came with the fabric and the floss. It was open, but everything is in there, so that was really nice. I got this one off the free table, a Most Suitable Name series. It's called Kind Karen by Jeanette Douglas. And I'm going to try to fix it so it doesn't glare. It's got the little girl with all of her sewing supplies. And it says Kind Karen down here. But it's got scissors and floss and little things like that. I'm not real sure. I think I got this about the time maybe that we left. I have another Just Cross Stitch magazine stuck in there. I got my Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine since the last time I did a video. And this one was awesome. This issue was great. This one we got in our Stitchcon bag, which you've probably seen. Mine's covered in dog hair, but this is the Stitchcon bag that we got with some goodies in it. And I'm sure you've seen all the goodies people show. So, then I got Flea Market Flowers. Somebody had thrown this on a freebie table. It's like, oh, I really like that, and I never did buy it. So I grabbed that one. This is another You and I and Friends, and it's, let me try to get it this way. Tiny little house, birdhouse with the alphabet below. And then, what's it say at the bottom? For the birds. I have a bunch of work basket charts, and this one was on the free table. So I grabbed it. I think that might have come in with my bundle that I bought at that flea market. I got this free pattern. I think this freebie pattern came from Keepsakes. They have some free patterns on their shelves, kind of here and there. But I did get this free sampler. It's a Friend Indeed. And it says a friend loves at all times. And I got this. And I got this one from Needle Bling. I don't even know who this is by. I don't know if I picked this up at Stitchcon or I printed it off. I don't remember because there's not even any color code or a name or anything on it. But I did pick this one up. It's called United Stitchers of America. So it's another little freebie from Needle Bling Designs. So those are all my charts, except I couldn't believe I got this off of the free table. It's the Thimbleberries Guide to Weekend Quilters, and it's a hardback book, and it has so many pretty, if you're a quilter, it's got some beautiful pictures in here of quilts. So yeah, I got this off of the free table, so I was real excited to get that. I got at a flea market again. Whoops, wait a minute. I did pick up a couple of these Artiste fabrics. What is it? Hobby Lobby, Joann's, wherever you get, I can't remember. But I did pick up a couple of these. They're printed only on one side. Just because I liked them. And they are, let me see, they're 18 count. It says vintage, but that's all it says. They're kind of a blue-gray. But I also, at one of the antique shops we went to, the person that had the booth had some sewing things in it. So I got a bright yellow Aida cloth, and oh, that almost went in my coffee cup. Okay, an off-white Aida. This is, I believe it's a 18 or 19 count Floba. I have some of this, and this is a pretty good sized chunk. And I didn't give hardly anything for these. I think it was like $3, $4, $5 for those. Another good sized piece of it. And then another, this looks like maybe an 18 or a 20 count Aida. So I got all of that fabric at the flea market. Then I really bought at the annex on fabric. Because, you know, you can't have too much fabric, you need variety. So, and I'm going to show you what I've changed since I got home. This is Atomic Ranch, and I think everything I bought was Atomic Ranch. This, they did not put names. If you bought fabric from the annex, I don't think they had names on them. This is one side. So, I don't think I think they said they weren't going to have the names of the fabrics on them. So it's going to be a wild guess if you want to order any more. Now this one does say Golden Harvest. Wait a minute. No, because this says LE 1-8-23. That can't be a color name. But on this one, where that's at, it's Golden Harvest. They're 27 by 35 is the pieces I got. See how my camera's doing. 59 minutes, and it's still running. Okay, this is a 32 count. And I want to do Night Walk Down by the Blue Flower, and I'm either going to do it on this piece or I'm going to do it on that darker blue. I don't know. This piece, they had it pre-cut, and it was for the Lebanon sampler, This is Grace Notes fabric, and the color is called Mythical. I just bought it because I liked it. I didn't buy the Lebanon sampler. I'll use this for something. This one says Golden Harvest. These are 35 by 53. So I always buy big chunks. I never buy small cuts because I feel like I waste more in small cuts. I think I can get more designs on a bigger cut. This is Marbled Pointer by XJ Designs. So I thought I had all Atomic Ranch. I did buy some at Keepsakes when we were there because my husband and I went on Tuesday before Stitchcon started, and I bought some stuff. And then all of us at our table went back on the Stitchy bus and bought more. And this is Fortnite Fabrics. Looks like plush, 36 count. And I'm not going to open them all completely up. But I got that one. This one was a mystery fabric because even at Keepsakes they didn't know what color it was. Let's see. But it's kind of reminds me of kind of a flax color, a dark flax color. It's got a speck of gray it's almost like it's been misted with a gray. But I like that one. So that's the fabric I bought. I bought these spools. I bought this little darning, I don't know what they call these. Like you can put them in your sock and darn your sock. So I bought that. I bought this little egg cup that I think I'm going to make it into a pincushion. We went to a place called the I think it's called the Ohio Valley Antique Mall. It's huge. It took us 2 days, and I definitely had to use my cane in there. And then I got one of these that I use these to throw bent needles and pins and stuff in. And then whenever I throw them away, I'll put them in something and throw them in the trash so that they're not just loose. Then I went on a bead crazy after Alicia. Oh, I had a brain fart. Alicia from Fanciful Flamingo started making counting pens. And Alicia, if you watch this, I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're out of the hospital and doing well. So anyway, she started making counting pens. I've never made any. I have some, but I just want them to decorate some of my little pillows and stuff. So I went on a bead buying frenzy. So I have these. I got these little jack-o'-lanterns. I bought, I'll just kind of group them together. These. Oops, there's one. Some went to the floor. Some black ones and these real colorful ones. Some candy corns. And I bought some yellow ones, and they have a black one here and there to kind of add with the candy corns. I bought some ladybugs. They're kind of hard to see, but a couple more here. I really like these. This reminds me of the Wedgwood potter or Wedgwood dishes. And then this one, kind of different. Let me pick up what I dropped. I picked up just kind of a, it's kind of a stone look. These. And then these I really liked. They're birds. So that was my bead buying frenzy. And then let me get a drink. I bought this tin from the antique shop. I really like this. It's just a tin. It's nothing fancy, really. It says, it's got a date on it, 1998. I don't know what come in it, cookies or cakes or something, because it says made in Germany by Henry Lambert's something or other. Best before July 31st of 98. But I found another one that had a different picture on it than this one. But this one was $4 and the other one was $22, so I thought, and everything was exactly the same. This one has a small scratch over here on the side, but it's barely noticeable, so I'm not going to worry about it. Now, I bought, anybody that's about my age may remember these. These are how zippers used to come. I remember my mom buying zippers like this. They came in a little plastic container and the lid screwed on it. And I found these, and I had totally forgot that zippers came this way until I saw these, and it's like, oh, I have got to have these for all of my display pieces. 35 cents for a zipper. So I had to have those. I found, is it a Princess or a Duchess? I can never remember. I can't tell on it. It looks like it says Princess, but I don't know. Anyway, I found one of these hoops that's got this. And then I bought this dish. I really, really like this dish. I gave $12 for it, which I thought was really reasonable. Haviland is what it is. But it's got this, you can see how it's scooped. I think it's going to make a great display. I like the design in the middle, or around the edge, I guess, not in the middle. So I got that. And my last little find that I got, was this little guy. And he is, if, like I said, again, if you're about my age, my mom would use a soda bottle and it had a sprinkler top in it. And so, and see, it's corked. So this is a little sprinkler bottle, but you would put your water in it, and after you did your laundry and you got your clothes dried and you were going to iron them, because back then my mom ironed everything. My mom ironed pillowcases and my dad's shirts and our clothes. I mean, mom ironed everything. And I remember her laying it out on the deep freeze, and she'd, shake the water on it, and she'd roll it up, roll the piece up, tuck it into a clothes basket, and when she got all of it done, then she'd take a dish towel and lay over the top and let it set overnight, and then she would iron the next day, and that moisture would kind of go through all of that fabric, and it made ironing a lot easier. We'd get all the wrinkles out of it. So this says sprinkle plenty on it, down on his pants. So I thought he was so cute. I'd never seen anything like this. But yeah, so that was my find. He's going to be shown off really nice. Now, if you are into knitting, oh, well, hi, baby girl. You want up here? If you're into knitting, I'm going to show you what I bought on yarn, and I've made a couple of pairs of socks, and I'm working on another pair, and I forgot to bring them over here, so I'll have to show those some other time. But first of all, my daughter and son-in-law, they were in Peru last week. They like to travel the world, so they've gone to many countries, and she says she never knows what to bring us back because we take care of their dachshunds while they're gone. And she said, I never know what to bring you back, but they went to an alpaca farm, and they had alpacas and llamas and 2 or 3 other kind of animals there that I guess are native to Peru that they use the fur, the fleece for. So she brought me back 2 hanks of alpaca yarn, and these are, they have a name for them, and of course I forgot what it's called, but this is from baby alpacas. This is the very first shave, I guess, the very first shave the baby alpacas get, and they make this yarn. It is so soft. So she said the guy told her that 2 of these would make a nice scarf, so I'm gonna make a scarf out of it. But they are super, super soft, and they have a QR code on it that'll take you to their website, but it's awanakancha.com, AWANAKANCHA.com, and it tells a lot about the area there that they visited. They toured it. Has a lot of women in costume, or their native clothing, and they're weaving and stuff. So it's a pretty interesting website. It's just so that they have it so that a lot of the old traditional ways that they did things, dyeing with natural plants and all, so all of that is not lost in the next generations. So anyway, on to my haul from the yarn shops. I did make this pair. I bought some yarn at Joann's, and I made this pair of socks. And I love making socks. They're so easy. And I was she probably doesn't watch this, but Antique Needleworkers, Liz has started knitting, and Shelly is teaching her how to knit, and she's doing dishcloths. And I just was watching them last night, and they were talking about socks, and Liz said no, she wasn't going to tackle socks. Liz, there is nothing hardly to these. If you can knit at all, you can knit socks. They are so easy. They look hard. They scared me to death when I started knitting them, but when I went to visit Holly down in Jeff City, and she was working on them, and it's like, yeah, I remember making knit socks, a couple of pair, and then they fell apart, and because I used the wrong yarn, you have to have sock yarn. So she educated me on that, and she got me knitting socks again. So I'm having so much fun knitting socks. I knitted this pair, and this was, I think this was some Joann's, is what this was, sock yarn. But Holly also said that the quality of your sock depends on the quality of the yarn you buy. So I had already bought this, and so then we found a couple of yarn shops, and I've bought some nicer, more expensive yarn, but it is nice. I did buy this from Joann's. This is Patton's Croy socks. So I bought 2 of those. I bought 2 of these. This is the Croy. It says Croy socks by Patton's. And the yarn, you can there's a different feel to it. I have 1 of these, and then I have 1 of this one. Then I went to Tuesday morning, and I found, of course, Tuesday mornings are closing. I think I bought these last year. But they were I've got a big basket I threw all my sock yarns in, so I got these. I just got them out to show you because I haven't started knitting on them. I got these. And this is, I think they call it self-striping yarn because when you knit with it, then you get these stripes that just automatically go that way. I got this one. This one is covered up. I can't read it. The brand name's not on it. This one is called Marathons. Wisdom Yarns, Marathon Socks, Twin Cities. Then when we were in Cincinnati, I went to a yarn shop, and Liz and Shelly were talking about it last night when I was watching them. It's called Main Street Yarns, and I think I bought this one there. I went to that place, and I think Liz said she lives like 3 minutes from it, and it's like, dang, I would have loved to met her. But anyway, Barocco Comfort Sock. So I bought this one. I got 2 of these. They look similar, but they are different. This is Signature West Yorkshire Spinners. But anyway, I got these 2 colors. And then I know I got this one from Main Street Yarns. I went to 2 or 3 shops. This is the first one I bought, I think at Main Street. This one came on the Hank, and so I was talking to her, and I was telling her I really don't know what I'm doing as far as with these yarns, and she just grabbed it up, and I thought, where's she going with that? And she put it on a yarn swift, and then she made it into this cake for me. And then I got home, and I got to Googling sock yarn, and Mary Maxim had a sale on. So I ordered this. This is called Bamboo Stripes from Mary Maxim. And it feels pretty nice. I ordered these hanks. This is Silk Merino. Ordered that one. And that one. Oops, and a dog hair. This one. These are all Silk Merino. Let me block the glare. And then this blue. And then I went to Castaway Yarns in Columbia, Missouri the other day. And it's a little hard to tell the colors once they put them into the cakes, but she made this one into the cake for me too. So, and the one I'm working on is kind of a burgundy raspberry color red, so, and it's a Mary Maxim. So yeah, I've been buying some different colors and different brands to try to see what I like and what I don't like. And so I'll have lots of socks. And then I decided I wanted to do something different the other day. So I went downstairs and I pulled out a skein of heavier weight yarn. And I got a free pattern. And I made this little stocking cap. So I have no grandkids that are small enough to wear this, but I thought I might do some of them and just donate them. But anyway, I did do. And it was fun. I made this in 2 nights, so it was real fun. And it was real easy too. So Liz, you can do a stocking cap very easily also. That is everything. Hour and 19 minutes. So yes, this isn't as long as I thought it was going to be, but it's long enough. So, oh no, I have 2 more things to show you, and I just bumped the camera. So when we were on vacation, you know, everybody's buying the train cases now. I bought train cases. I bought a lot of train cases. I bought like 6 or 8 train cases. And I was buying them from anywhere from probably $15 to $30, depending on what they were. This train case is a Samsonite, and it even has somebody's initials on the top. And I gave a little bit more for this one. These are in great shape, but this is what I decided to do. I wanted to get away from Rubbermaid containers. I hate Rubbermaid containers for storage. I mean, unless it's like holiday stuff and all, but not in my sewing room. So anyway, I got the train cases. I separated all of my fabrics, and I have this one, and I put a little tag on. Let me lock it down. I put the little tag. I've got to make a new one because I peeled it off the drawer and it doesn't want to stick. But this is all 19 count fabric. I think I have some of them grouped together. Okay, wait a minute, so I don't knock this over. That was all 19 count. I only brought a couple downstairs because I didn't want to drag them all down. This one is a Royal Traveler, and I put my, see if I can do this backwards here. This one I labeled on the handle. It's 14 count and it's 22 count. I thought about putting a string tag on it, but then I thought, no, I'll just put it on the handle. So as you can see, the mirror is not very good in it, but it does have all my fabric in there. So all 14 count and 22 count is in there. And then I had two old large suitcases. Okay, I'll hold you. I had two old large suitcases that I really liked, but I never knew what to do with them. And so what I ended up doing with them is I put all my high counts in there. I had so much, like 28 went in one suitcase by itself. And then I put the 32, 36, and 40 into the other suitcase. So now in my quilting room where I have these, it just looks nicer to me. I like the look of the old suitcases sitting around. So that's what I did with them. So anyway, that's about it. So I guess I don't have too much more to say other than I'll try to do this in a couple of weeks, but a couple of weeks will put me about 3 or 4 days out from Steve's shoulder replacement, and I don't know what that's going to entail. So I'll see if I can get another one done, but if I don't, you'll know it's due to Steve's shoulder replacement, and I'll be back when I can. So anyway, I appreciate everybody that is watching, and if you would like to subscribe and hit the thumbs up, and if you do the notification, it'll let you know when I do upload another video. Let's see what else. But anyway, I do appreciate everybody that has stuck around, and I lost a few subscribers when I wasn't doing videos, but I've lost subscribers when I've done them too. So but I've also gained some. So I was surprised that it didn't bottom out on me, but it's been okay. I enjoy doing these videos, and I appreciate everybody that does watch them and sticks around to see all my stuff, even though I'm not very professional with it. I watch some videos, and it's like, oh my gosh, these people look like they have been trained to do these, but I just kind of do what I want and say what I want and show what I want. And I tried doing notes, and I don't really stick to them, so I figure, why do them then? I'll just show you and talk to you as if you're right here with me, and we'll just look at things and know certain orders. So anyway, that's about as much as it is. We've been cleaning up the yard. We had a huge limb come out of a tree the other day. We had a storm that came through, we had no idea it was such high winds, but we lost a huge limb, and we worked on it the last 2 days, and I'm hauling limbs to the trailer and raking the yard, and Steve's cutting the stuff up with the chainsaw the best he can. So we have somebody that's coming to get the big pieces for firewood, so we just have to haul the small stuff off. So anyway, that's not been fun. So I believe that's it, and I'm just gonna cut it off here. Tootie, you want to tell them goodbye? Say goodbye. Say see you next time. Huh. All right. We'll talk to you later, guys. Thanks.